Do you know what's strange about the final year of life? It rarely arrives with a loud announcement. Sometimes it comes quietly, like a soft shadow moving across the room. I remember an elderly woman who used to sit by the window every morning, holding her tea with both hands. She wasn't sick in any obvious way. She smiled, she listened, she even joked sometimes. But her daughter noticed something small, something most people would brush off. Her mother's strength wasn't disappearing dramatically. It was fading gently, like the brightness of a candle that still burns, but no longer fights the wind. And that's why today's topic matters. Because aging doesn't happen overnight. It leaves clues, tiny, consistent changes that families often miss until the moment feels suddenly too late. The body, the mind, and even daily habits begin to whisper the truth. Strength, resilience, and vitality may be declining faster than before. In this video, we'll uncover 6 revealing signs that often appear when someone may be entering their final year of life. These are not meant to scare you, and they are not guarantees, but they are patterns that caregivers, families, and even seniors themselves should understand, because awareness brings peace. Let's begin with the first sign, a noticeable decline in physical strength. This isn't just feeling tired. It's when simple tasks become harder than they were only months ago. Standing up from a chair feels heavier. Walking across a room turns into a slow, careful mission. Even holding utensils, buttoning a shirt, or opening a bottle may suddenly take more effort. You might notice a weaker grip, slouched shoulders, or steps that seem uncertain, like the body is negotiating with gravity. This happens because the body begins to shift priorities. Muscle mass decreases faster. Circulation becomes less efficient. Oxygen delivery slows. The body quietly moves from building and recovering to... Number 2 is a sudden change in sleep and alertness, and this one often confuses families the most. At first, it looks harmless. They're just sleeping more, people say. Maybe they're bored. But it's usually deeper than that. When someone begins entering the final stage of aging, their sleep can change dramatically. Many seniors start sleeping far longer, sometimes 14 to 16 hours a day. And it's not the refreshing kind of sleep. It's the kind that feels like the body is slowly powering down. You might notice them dozing off mid-conversation, falling asleep while eating, drifting away while the television plays softly in the background. Even when they're awake, their attention may feel shorter, their focus softer, and their reaction slower. They may stare into space as if they're looking at something far away. At night, the pattern can flip. Some become restless, waking up frequently, appearing confused, or speaking quietly in their sleep. Others experience vivid dreams or moments where they seem to hover between memory and reality, saying things like they're talking to someone who isn't in the room. This doesn't always mean dementia. Sometimes it's simply the mind adjusting to the body's changing chemistry. As circulation slows and oxygen levels shift, the brain receives less stimulation. Metabolism drops. Energy becomes precious. The body starts focusing on essential functions only, and everything else becomes secondary. Family members often worry that their loved one is depressed, but there's a subtle difference. Depression feels like a heaviness someone wants to escape. This type of drowsiness feels like the body craving peace. Instead of forcing, it's calm. And if you're still here with me, comment 2 below so I know you're watching. Your support helps this channel reach more people who need these conversations. Now, the third sign is emotional, quiet, and often heartbreaking, because it affects how someone connects with the people they love most. Number 3 is noticeable withdrawal from social connection, and this is one of the most misunderstood signs of all. It can feel personal. A parent who once loved talking on the phone now avoids calls. A spouse who enjoyed visitors starts turning them away. Someone who once laughed at family gatherings begins sitting silently, watching from the corner, or asking to go back to their room. And it hurts, because it feels like they're pulling away from you. But most of the time, it isn't rejection. It's transition. As the end of life approaches, the body conserves emotional energy just like it conserves physical strength. Socializing begins to feel exhausting. Conversation takes effort. Even smiling can cost more energy than people realize. So instead, they become selective. They may prefer one quiet moment with someone they love rather than hours of noise. You might hear phrases like, "I just want peace. I'm fine, don't worry. I'm tired today." This withdrawal can look like depression, but it carries a different feeling. Depression often comes with pain and frustration. This kind of withdrawal comes with calm. Their world becomes smaller, not because they are giving up, but because their mind is turning inward. Many seniors begin reflecting on old memories, unfinished emotions, forgiveness, gratitude, and meaning. They may speak less, but their words feel heavier. They may smile softly instead of responding. They may look at you longer than usual, as if they're silently saying something they can't explain. Families often want to pull them back. Come join us. You'll feel better. But sometimes the most loving thing you can do is remove the pressure. Sit beside them without demanding conversation. Let silence become comfort. Because in that silence, there is often something sacred happening. The soul is preparing. And when this sign appears alongside the first two, less strength, more sleep, and more withdrawal, another physical change often becomes clear, one that almost every family tries to fight. It's about food, and what it means when the body starts refusing it. Number 4 is a gradual loss of appetite and thirst, and this is where many families feel fear, guilt, and panic, because feeding someone feels like love. So when an elderly person begins eating less, skipping meals, or refusing even their favorite foods, families often try harder. They offer new dishes. They beg. They push. They worry the person is giving up. But what's happening is usually not a choice. It's biology. As the body slows down, the metabolism decreases. Digestion becomes weaker. The body no longer asks for the same fuel because it no longer burns energy the way it once did. Organs begin prioritizing comfort and survival, not hunger and cravings. Food can even start causing discomfort, nausea, bloating, or choking, because swallowing and digestion are no longer working in perfect rhythm. You may notice their mouth becoming dry, their tongue coated, their swallowing slower. Some lose their sense of taste entirely, making food feel bland or unpleasant. And when thirst fades, it can be frightening to watch. But in many cases, the body is naturally reducing intake because it cannot process it efficiently anymore. There's also something emotional happening beneath the physical change. Many seniors who sense their time is limited begin detaching from physical desires. They talk less about meals and more about memories. They may care less about what's for dinner and more about who is sitting beside them. So instead of forcing large meals, comfort becomes the goal. Small sips, moist lips, soft foods if they want them, a warm soup smell, a gentle touch. Because at this stage, love is not measured in calories. It's measured in presence. And if you're still watching, comment for below, so I know you're here with me. Now, the 5th sign is closely connected because once appetite and energy decline, the body begins to move differently. And the change is quiet at first, until one day, you realize everything has slowed down. Number 5 is a steady decline in movement and mobility. At first, it looks small, shorter steps, slower standing, more leaning on chairs or walls. But week by week, even simple movements can feel exhausting. The body isn't being lazy, it's conserving what little energy remains. And emotionally, the desire to go out or stay active often fades too, as if the spirit is quietly turning inward. But the most delicate sign comes next, because it happens with every breath.